they have many streets, off-surface streets, some of the public streets, some of the busy streets downtown that are both joint, even Main Street downtown are both a joint vehicle and bicycle traffic lane. They're painted that way. The public knows it, and they share that same lane. Why couldn't this be an issue here where they could share the lanes on the same road? I don't know what the requirement is for UDOT for traffic transportation.
It's not a. It's not a.
It's not a UDOT issue.
It's a local
I didn't know if
government.
there's some type of regulations. I'm not a traffic guy. I just thought it's shared in many places in Salt Lake Valley where the road is shared and it's painted as such.
We can provide our opinions and advice, but it's merely that.
I just wondered if there was some type of regulation for the road.
A bit of it depends on the speed of the roadway too, you know, to do it, but this is a pretty heavily used bike route for sure. So
I guess it falls into you where you're doing that road right now.
yeah, it does.
Where do you
Well,
do it?
how the city's doing it, yes, but
Could you also explain what's happening over on 100 South Midway Lane, that little blue stripe there?
yep, that's
Are
where
you
we're headed next.
widening it? Are you putting in
So
a turn lane?
what that originally was, we had some money for TAP funds to try to fix we have the bike path that stops and then kind of starts back around in here. And so we were going to fix that issue and try to delineate the roadway from the trail. But we actually got $400,000 in traffic and safety money to try to fix that. So the plan now is to put curb and gutter, to connect the curb and gutter that's back here right in front of Standard Plumbing and run it all the way back up to the corner and really fix that correctly.
Could I just suggest that we really need a turn lane going?
Center turn lane.
Yeah, a center turn lane right at this intersection on 600 West and Midway Lane. We need going west.
out.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm backwards.
Going west.
Going west. We need a turn lane so bad there. It's just a crazy
All the way to the
intersection.
veterinarian clinic.
Where the
It's
train
bad.
track used to cross.
And with
It's
the
pretty
funds that we
dangerous right
have,
now.
we'll have to look at that and see what
I
we
mean,
can do.
we have school bus drivers complaining that people are walking across that, or kids are walking across there even though they shouldn't. There's no turn lane. There's potholes on the shoulders. So if you try to go around without the turn lane, you're risking your vehicle. Plus, you can't see. And
Well, and that's why we got the money. To try to
but you're
address
talking
some of
curb and
this.
gutter over
Yeah,
there.
we
which
don't
is
care about
nice,
curb
but
and
boy,
gutter.
We really want
Well,
safety there.
That's a walking route for walking
There's,
out probably.
yeah,
for
well,
those.
there's pedestrian issues, bike issues, and the issues with the intersections. We got the $400,000 for the intersection and also to help kind of delineate that, but we have about I think it was $130,000 or so to do the bike stuff. So we're kind of combining the two and trying to come up with a correct fix rather than just kind of banging a couple things. So, and that's actually just recently we got the $400,000, so it kind of delayed this project because of that. So
Thank you.
we're going to be
That's great.
working on that a little bit more.
Will you come
more
back
in
to
depth.
us to talk about the planning?
Sure can.
That'd be great. Thank you.
And so those are the projects that we have right now. We also have one, should we go to 3000 South? So as part of its, right there, that's 3600, so there's 3000 right here. It's an old image. Oh, there it came in with the new stuff. So as part of our corridor agreement that we came up with on US 189, we identified this intersection as one that we wanted to realign and fix so they're not offset. And I think recently we had an accident right there too as well. But so we're going to be entering into an agreement with Charleston to realign this up through here and realign it and connect it up into the existing roadway on the east side. So that's one that's going to be happening this summer. That's kind of in a coordination. There's
Could
been
you
multiple.
shift that map a little bit to the east so it shows the east?
So that's the transfer station right here.
Just
so
one
everybody
thing,
knows.
if you'd look at that and get with whomever, myself or Heidi or the airport board, if there ever is a enlargement of the airport, which may be if we want it or not, kind of thing. You ought to take a close look at where the new RPZ, I know it comes clear across Highway 189.
That's true. Goes to the public works station.
I think
And
it goes
touches
past
the public
intersection.
works, okay, but
It comes, yeah.
and it's below that, but at least take a look at that if you want to move up or if you want to move away the other way.
The
But
other way.
there's a discussion on the airport meeting Thursday or Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Somebody, Mark, who's coming in and talking about the 189 issue? It's on the agenda.
Oh, that's another development idea.
Oh,
He
that's
doesn't have
Richard
information.
Clark, and
But
Oh.
it
It's,
doesn't affect anything to
it's
do with
a
this?
really out there kind of proposition.
Okay, well,
And has he ever
just
talked to you
mention
about
it.
that?
Oh, I sure, he's talked to you, Doug.
Well, that discussion maybe should have come in before we concluded that 189 agreement.
Yep.
It could be modified.
Yes, so I'll get with you right after this and see if I can come in and
I think it may not be a problem, I just, why
Yeah.
not mention it now so I don't hear that same comment
so we don't have
in 3
to
years?
go and move it again. Yeah. No, that would be a good idea. So, yeah, I'll get with you right after this. And then, related to the TAP funds, left-handed.
was distracted.
I did get some practices when I was left-handed. So go up to Midway's right there. Right, yeah, right in here. So, been working with Midway City, and they're trying to build a trail that parallels 222 all the way from downtown, all the way up to the state parks building where Tracy works. So we kicked in $180,000 to help make that happen because it does parallel our state route.
So we have matching funds that'll
It'll
match
extend
up
it
with
on
that,
out.
and so we'll be able to go quite a ways with this money, so that'll be good.
So I think, and the money you're talking about is what Chris was saying, we get 500,000 to the region to cover our 6-county area. So you guys are lucky Matt has special interest
Well,
in making sure.
Yeah, we
that it
appreciate
works.
Matt's work on
Part
this.
of it is, it's an opportunity, you know, to combine funds and make something bigger rather than just do these little tiny things.
So that's
So-
going to extend that all the way
Yeah.
So it's
We're
all
getting
about
right away right
opportunities.
now.
We have other ones where
There's more
we're
time.
taking advantage of opportunities in other counties too. And so this was an opportunity to help the system and also
It's a big
combine the
safety issue
funding. Yeah.
also through there.
And it's a
so.
heavily used bike area.
So there, where does this trail tie in, maybe some of our city people know, but tie around and into the road that comes on into Heber? Is there a trail down that?
So there's a bike lanes that go all the way out to
Yeah, it's
approximately,
really
Right.
third east.
Oh.
But does it
Right.
tie right to that new piece, or is there a section missing? It looks like it ties clear around then, huh?
We have sidewalk all the way along Main Street that connects into the bike trail, so this will connect with some pedestrian path.
and bike
Yeah.
lanes that are there, the
Yeah.
existing ones.
So there will be
There's a good-
some
and there's a
method.
good bridge over the river to
Yep.
get
Yes.
into Midway.
There is here.
So that'll really connect Heber all the way up to the state park
That's
when
the
we
latest
finish.
It's fantastic. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
So we'll,
So
it's coming
that
along.
does tie
I didn't
into
move my bike over.
When is that?
one of the future
We're gonna
projects is
build
to
this
rehabilitate
stretch
the
this year.
bridge on 113 that goes over the
We're
river,
excited.
Provo River there. But it's not the legacy bridge, it's the actual roadway structure. And I need to look at the exact date on that. It's 2018 money, so that'll be a couple years before we get to that one.
Can you repeat that? Because I don't think we heard that. So you're
So-
fixing the road itself?
So the bridge that goes over Provo River,
Mm-hmm.
right here on 113, we have programmed to do a bridge rehabilitation project in 2 years on that.
Yeah.
So that's one project that's coming.
Just one comment on that. We have roads coming off of that highway, and it's 50 miles an hour, and so people stop in the middle of the road, and it's really pretty dangerous through here.
Turning here.
Yeah, turning left onto there and then onto Mitchie Lane, then the Fisherman's Access on the
It's
north.
all in a curve, of course.
Yeah, and so it is a really dangerous
down the road,
spot.
Yeah. So this is just bridge rehab money, so it's only
No, the
to,
other direction.
we're not gonna be doing any
South?
widening of the structure.
Yeah.
It's only.
We wanna put on the radar.
$360,000.
One up.
You can't do a lot of bridge work for 350 grand.
No.
Mike Kohler, and it might have been this meeting last year, talked about possibly a turning lane there at Mitchie Lane, widening that so that
Yeah, Mitchie Lane's a little bit farther to the
Go- Yeah, go
northwest.
swing down around.
Yep,
It's
a little bit
tough.
farther up,
Right there.
that road right there.
It might have been this meeting last year, but I remember the discussion, could that be widened to have a left turn lane there?
We'd have to program that, and I think it should include that
Yeah,
access, that Fisher's access, because of the dangers. I think we'd have to look at the,
Could the speed limit be reduced even before you get to that curve?
yeah, that could be an option. We want the turn lane on the radar.
I do recall us submitting
When's
a
Mitchell
comment
Lane gonna
before
get
about
paved
a
through
middle
December?
turn lane there.
It
We're working
seems
on
like I
that
recall
right now,
looking at this
actually.
with
That-
Brian,
that's when
and
this
part
is
of
gonna
our
fix.
This'll
issue
get
is
a
we
little
have to
bit
figure out
busier.
how much that project costs
Pretty low traffic
and
count
see
on
what
that.
money we have available and decide how we're gonna, I mean, it's hard to decide how to
We do
split it
need to
between
spread
6
them down the
counties.
county.
And so we finish all our local government visits, and you can imagine every local government visit we go to,